welcome back. My name again is Dr. Ivy Brandon. I'm a naturopathic doctor in New York City, working mostly with women with hormonal issues. And I'm shooting this today because a lot of you, first of all, liked and watched my uterine fibroids video. But one of the biggest questions I had was, where do I get the products? What are these things that you are talking about? And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to like it, and definitely don't want to forget to subscribe, because specifically for people who are like watching the uterine fibroids video kind of confused about where to get everything, if you hadn't subscribed, you might be missing this great content. So today I'm going to talk about where and what I normally recommend for fibroids. You'll be able to purchase all these products from Fullscript. So I use Fullscript, which is a professional grade supplement online dispensary, so you can trust the quality of the products that you purchase from there. And if you create an account under my account, you'll receive 10% off your first supplement order. So to kick it off, probably my favorite product to prescribe to fibroids patients is by Pure Encapsulations. And it's kind of boring now. Everyone knows how much I like Pure Encapsulations because they use a very quality source ingredients without adding a lot of additives. So they're the most pure, probably product line, also very hypoallergenic, so very important for sensitive patients. So the product is their DIM Detox, which typically I usually prescribe 2 caps daily. Why do I like DIM Detox? Because it has all the big hitters of things that you want when you're thinking of fibroids, because again, fibroids is very much associated with estrogen dominance and issues around clearance of estrogen. So DIM Detox, not only does it have obviously DIM, which is a derivative of indole 3-carbinol from cruciferous vegetables, which is really important for detoxification of estrogen. It also has calcium D-glucarate, also really important when it comes to detoxification of estrogen. NAC, N-acetylcysteine, strong antioxidant, which helps to support glutathione, plus also other liver supportive nutrients and herbs. So it's a really, really important additive when it comes to a fibroids protocol. My next favorite, or what I often will prescribe, so you might have heard me mention in the video about Vitex, also known as Chaste tree berry. So there's definitely many different ways that one could take Vitex or Chaste tree. My favorite by far is by Gaia. So one thing I like about Gaia, specifically even their encapsulated products, they tend to use the liquid tincture form of the herbs, and that really helps with bioavailability of some specific herbs. And from Gaia, I really like their Vitex Supreme when it comes to fibroids, and also any woman who specifically has like a lot of PMS or painful periods. Why do I like Vitex Supreme? In addition to having the correct amount of Vitex that you would need, so Vitex, why it's important for fibroids is it really helps to promote the production of progesterone. So you're going to have a better progesterone estrogen balance, which is going to help with the fibroids. But in addition to that, it also has cramp bark. So specifically, while you're having fibroids, many women will complain of more cramping, and so it's going to help with the cramps. It also has ginger, and so ginger is also going to help with heavy menstrual bleeding. So you're having a lot of other additives to the formula, which is going to just help overall with your symptoms while you're shrinking the fibroids. The other herb, or one of the other herbs that I mentioned in the video, was shepherd's purse, also known as Capsella. And so shepherd's purse, if you might have remembered, is a styptic herb, so meaning it really helps with drying up or helping with reduction of blood flow. So shepherd's purse is one, good for symptoms of fibroids, so the intramenstrual bleeding, heavy menstrual periods, but it also does help with the shrinking of fibroids. So the one formula, or it's just basically a standalone herb, is by a company which I have also mentioned before because I love them, is Wise Woman Herbals. And I really trust all the herbs that they source because herb quality, if you want the herbs to work, is extremely important. And so I really like their tincture of shepherd's purse. Typically, depending on the patient, I'll often dose it at a half a teaspoon 3 times a day. Again, it depends really on the patient. So I'd say probably anywhere from like a half a teaspoon to a half a teaspoon 3 times a day. And I don't just prescribe this for my fibroid patients, but also with my patients who are experiencing very heavy menstrual bleeding. It's a very good add-on. Now, another product from Wise Women Herbals, which you will not be able to get because you do need to actually get a prescription from me or working with a qualified practitioner, which you might have mentioned or heard me mention in the video, because I also got a lot of comments like, what is that word you just said? Turskas Formula. So Turskas Formula is probably my favorite formula to prescribe for fibroids because it really, really helps. Plus it really does help with pain management. So I also often prescribe that for my endometriosis patients, but you can only get it directly through a practitioner. So I would actually have to prescribe it to you, or you'd have to work with another naturopathic doctor to actually start Turskas, and mostly because it does contain aconite, which is what we call a low dose herb. So you need to be working with someone who knows what they're doing. But that's a really effective formula, but unfortunately you won't be able to order that on your own. But I just wanted to mention that because I got a lot of questions about Turskas Formula. Then the last product that I also really like when it comes to fibroids is by a company, Designs for Health. It's their Inflammatone. And why do I like Inflammatone, and how does it even tie in with fibroids? So one is that it contains digestive enzymes, specifically serrapeptidase, which is really, really effective in shrinking fibroids. Now, unlike when you're taking digestive enzymes to break down food, whenever you're using digestive enzymes for either anti-inflammations or for breaking down scar tissue, things like fibroids, you want to take that actually on an empty stomach, so about an hour away from food for it to be very effective. I tend to dose this at 2 caps 3 times a day. Again, every patient is different. It's not a standard protocol. I have very specific dosages depending on my patient. But in addition also to the digestive enzyme, specifically the serrapeptidase, is found in Inflammatone. It also has curcumin and resveratrol. So it's very, very effective when it comes to any kind of inflammation issue. And fibroids, yes, it definitely has a lot to do with hormonal imbalance and specifically estrogen dominance, but there's definitely a big inflammation piece there. And so adding Inflammatone, I found, has been really, really effective in helping my patients with fibroids. So those are the products that I commonly prescribe for my fibroids patients. If you actually want to purchase these products, specifically if you want to receive 10% off, I definitely recommend creating an account under my Fullscript account. And also the nice thing about Fullscript is you know that you are getting high quality products, and rather than who knows what that you can find on the internet. Got to be safe out there. Anyway, don't forget, if you like this video, don't forget to like it. And of course, you don't want to miss any of this great content, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't, of course, keep it a secret. This was if you really like this information. Again, my name is Dr. Ivy Brannon, naturopathic doctor in New York City, seeing patients all over the world, all over the states. really looking forward to seeing you next time. Take care.